Hello, and welcome back to Destiny.
Hey, look, a new hub.
A new social hub, Fellwinter Peak, the Iron Temple. Very impressive.
Yeah.
So,
Makes it feel kind of more like a world.
yeah. So, right off the bat, it's worth mentioning that the Fellwinter Peak has all of the amenities you might need out of a social hub. It's got the mailbox, it's got your stash, it's got some quest givers, it's got a cryptarch, you know.
Oh, and most importantly, it's got the Eververse. Can't forget that.
Nah. I forget about it just about daily. It's fine. But yeah.
So, in between our last video and this video, some big things have happened.
Quite.
Some big announcements, so to speak.
I might have missed said announcement.
Oh, you didn't.
Okay. Well, I'll let you elucidate.
There was a certain developer, it began with B, called Bungie, that split from a parent company called Activision.
Ah yes. I do recall now. It you know, I spent so little time thinking about it, but it is very exciting news. And Bungie also gets to keep Destiny.
Yeah, see, I'm on the fence about it. I don't feel like this is going to change much.
See, the way I'm thinking about it is that Bungie will now have the time they want to do what they want with the game instead of being rushed out the door.
True.
I need your light.
Whether that's a good or a bad thing, that's up for debate. I mean, personally, I think it's alright.
My fellow Iron Lords died fighting to keep Siva contained.
I'll admit,
Since that day,
well,
I have kept watch for its return. For the day
I feel like Destiny 1 was better looked after. Maybe because of time constraints. I hear there's tell of Activision being disappointed with the amount of money that Bungie were making through Destiny 2.
Yeah.
I hear tell of Activision pushing for more microtransactions.
Because, you know, Activision.
If you don't respect the bones of the past.
But one of the main reasons is, I mean, just look at Destiny 1. I have been playing it recently, so I've been re-catching up on the story, so to speak. And the fact that there's 3 hub areas is... You know, look at Destiny 2, for example. You have the farm until you discover the tower, and then you just have the tower, and that's your one social hub.
You can go back. It's just less visible.
It's less visitable as well, because there's not as many things on the farm.
True. I see what you're saying.
For example, I don't think you can access Gambit through the farm. I don't think you can access strikes. Oh, wait, no, there's a new way to access strikes, never mind. But yeah, I like the idea of hub worlds, and maybe this is why people had the infamous 5-minute load times into the tower.
Still getting these load times, by the way.
In Destiny 2? Yeah, I don't think I've had... I mean, I know Destiny 1 is kind of in its end times now, but I have never had a load time over 30 seconds to the tower.
Yeah, I mean, player load definitely does play a part in it because, you know, less models to load, etc., etc. But, I don't know. I don't know.
The only one old enough to make sense of them. In any case, I passed along.
Also, they somehow found a way to turn the interesting environment that is Mars into the most boring area in the game. I mean, you explore a ruined city in Destiny 1. In Destiny 2, you go back to Mars, and you're solely constricted to a facility. That's it.
We spoke on the radio.
And yet the map is similarly sized, I would say. Maybe a little smaller in D2.
Yeah. This is just Grey Fox complains about Destiny 2 for the entire thing. Like, I like the game, don't get me wrong, but it did some changes which I'm not necessarily agreeing with. I think, and I may have voiced this opinion in the past, if they would have gone from what Destiny 1 was when it finished and advanced from there, we would be looking at a completely different game by now that might be more enjoyable.
Maybe.
These Fallen must have restarted the
We'll never know.
We need to get
Activision.
back into the chamber.
I blame
Cut off the
Activision.
flow of Siva at the source.
We need to focus on what we know.
I blame Activision because I choose to, not because they actually did it.
We won't get any
Right, okay.
I don't know.
Blinders up.
Yep.
The Fallen are a symptom. Siva is the disease.
So, yeah, we are actually getting into the mission now that we've done some lore collection from the from Fellwinter Peak.
We've explored the hub area, seen what it has to offer.
And pretty much remarked on none of it, but that's fine. It's a hub area. We don't really see those in an LP anyway.
Yeah, what's there to do at a hub area? Oh, there's a new cryptarch.
Pretty much.
Guardian,
So we're starting off here pretty much where we left off on the last one,
can you give me a scan?
a couple of weeks ago. And hey,
Fought a virus.
we fought something.
He's fallen.
The Splicers, as we're gonna come to know them.
Weapons have been modified. Cybernetic enhancements.
Most fallen houses have a sect dedicated to this sort of thing. They're called Splicers. They're like body hackers, bioengineers.
Splicers.
It is worse than I feared.
I think you made that joke last episode,
I believe so.
Transform this place. They are
and I
using
still feel
technology
just
to
as bad as when you made it.
transform themselves.
So yeah, we are fighting officially against the Devil House's Splicer faction, and they have gained access to something they probably shouldn't have.
Oh, the Fallen getting access and playing with things they probably shouldn't have? That doesn't sound like them.
Oh no, definitely not. But yeah,
Hey, what's this button do? Oh, look, I've just infected everyone and now we're mutants.
The fallen have done some
We're the Fallen.
remodeling.
They're taking the metal for something big. Hope they're not using it to toughen up those gun emplacements.
so yeah, what Shiro just said about gun emplacements, that's our goal today.
I've never seen the Fallen do anything on this scale before.
Gun placements?
I'm calling for more reinforcements.
Yeah, we gotta go deal with them.
You said yourself reinforcements will be useless until the guns are
Okay,
down.
here's a question.
Besides, they will not be prepared for what
Do they go into detail about what the names mean? Sorry, the numbers after Exo's name means?
In the Grimoire they do. And for the benefit of those who aren't actively looking at the Grimoire updates, I will tell you now that the numbers after the Exo's names are how many times they've died and been reborn. Or how many reboots they've had in the case of non-Guardians.
Yeah, that's what I assumed it meant. And that's, I'm pretty sure, what most people would assume the numbers would mean.
Yeah, it's effectively version number.
That's why Banshee's so forgetful, because he's up to number 44.
There's probably some snippets in there from past lives. Or whatever.
And see, this is why I said a certain character is not necessarily out of the game.
Yeah, we'll see.
Only true Destiny fans will understand what I mean. Also, they have to be 90s kids for no specific reason.
Right.
Well, that was close.
Yeah. Imagine playing with audio cues. It's pretty great. So,
Be like me and be so good you don't need them.
uh-huh. Guardian down. So, yeah, the Splicers have their own flavor of explosive shanks and whatnot.
It's like something alive.
So we're basically fighting just Fallen, but different, with some spicy new
Splicers
additions.
Are using Siva, but they cannot control it.
Yeah,
Children with a
that's another thing. between this game and Destiny 2. You only fight one fallen faction the entire way through every expansion. This, so far, you fought 3 or 4?
We fought the Devils, the Kings, Winter, Wolves, and now Devil Splicers.
Those guns were destroyed during the collapse.
Yeah.
Oh,
there was a
and-
lot more variety.
And Exiles. I almost forgot Exiles. They were on the moon
Maybe it's not.
with the
yeah.
wizards.
The Fallen are the ones pulling the triggers out here. The Vanguard.
So yeah,
ones
we
that
fought
take down, we take
the same enemies, technically, but with different colors, different allegiances, stuff like that. Destiny 2 is just kind of like copy and paste the enemies.
Well, there is a specific reason in the case of the Fallen that we'll get into when we actually start D2. But there is a reason why there's not really faction-based stuff in that.
If there is, I don't remember if it was mentioned.
Yes and no. You hadn't played D1 yet at the time, so you probably didn't really pick up on it too much.
Okay, just to be
Anyway,
clear, I don't
we just
like
watched
drinking
Python nearly
tech
die
that
to
spreads
the
like
exploder
virus.
shanks that
Gives people the wrong idea about
my
artificial
audio cues told him would be coming.
I was so focused on what was ahead of me that I wasn't listening for behind me. But it's fine because I survived.
And that's what's important.
Exactly. So I could actually be summoning my Sparrow right here, but I am not. I'll fix this in a few moments. Don't worry about me. I'll be fine. There we go.
Yeah, just be like me in Destiny 1, where I never summon my Sparrow and run. I'm taking in the atmosphere.
Oh, don't get me wrong. The atmosphere is wonderful, but there's not exactly much to do in the transitional areas there.
And shields would require an energy source.
Oh no.
But be careful. There's something familiar about all this.
Oh, hey, look, servitors.
Right. Destroy the familiar
They're
A slightly
actually
different servitor.
they're actually way more annoying in this variation because you see their projectiles come in like bursts of 5.
Rapid fire.
And they will murder the fuck out of you. Now, tell me, do you think that Vandal's dead?
Yeah. He seems pretty dead.
Would it surprise you to tell if I told you that that's the same Vandal shooting at me right now?
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
You should just let him live at that point.
I mean, he was on probably the least amount of health he possibly could have been. It was ridiculous. So far, we haven't seen any of those... Oh, wait, never mind. I spoke too soon. Those silly, annoying orb things that pop out when you headshot these fools.
Maybe you just haven't been good enough to get a headshot.
No, I've been getting headshots quite often, but they just haven't been popping out their orbs.
That sounds pretty dirty.
Hey, Queensbreaker Bow has an upgrade that I probably promptly forgot about it.
Looks like it. Can I say I like the idea behind upgrading your weapon?
Yeah, I did too. It was very neat.
Damn millennials, they just get given everything on a silver platter. Back in Destiny 1, we had to earn our upgrades.
So yeah, you can imagine, like, just seeing here how quickly you can get swamped by splicers. They are definitely more threatening than standard Fallen, but at the same time they're just Fallen. So like, if you understand how the Fallen operate, you can generally make it out of a scuff pretty scot-free.
Oh, can I just mention unlimited power?
Oh, of course. And hey, an upgrade for my unlimited power. Ooh. And this is a little embarrassing. Don't mind it. It's fine. Everything's fine. Everything is fine. It's fine.
Frustrated?
A little bit. And look, here
I
come
can't tell
more.
why.
Yeah.
Sorry, you seem to have better aim on these ones.
Yeah, look. I don't know what was wrong with my thumbs that day, but clearly they weren't up to the task.
Might have been chopped off.
Yeah, probably. So yeah, our actual thing we're trying to do here is kill those Siva nodes, I guess. Pretty easy to do once you're not getting bogged down with a bunch of useless splicers.
That's it. Shield is collapsing. You should be clear.
I mean, if no one's shooting at you, then you can take your time, right?
Exactly.
If I didn't know better, I'd say the Splicers were creating a beachhead. Something of this scale could be used against the city.
So, yeah, we're coming up on those anti-air guns that we were supposed to be taking care of now. It only took a little while.
Oh yeah, remember those?
Yeah. I mean, getting distracted by being unable to shoot orbs, you know?
Those destroyed guns?
Distracted me.
Undestroyed?
Look for a central Siva node inside those emplacements.
So,
I thought you were smarter than that, Ghost.
We'll break the Fallen's hold on the gun.
nah. So, I don't know why, but I have a lot of trouble aiming Warlock grenades as opposed to like Titan grenades or Hunter grenades, even though they're functionally pretty identical. And hey look, it's a Scorch Cannon, but arc.
Performance anxiety? I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe it has to do with the arm animation that I'm just not used to. I have no idea. Because, like, Hunters and Titans both have an overarm throw, and the Warlock just kind of chucks it sidearm. It's weird.
Ah, I see.
It would seem to be such a minor difference, but sometimes that's all it takes, you know?
I don't know. I haven't really played much of a Warlock.
Warlocks can be fun. Not my favorite class, but, you know.
How can they not be fun with unlimited power?
Oh, of course.
Keep it going! Air support is
So,
standing by. but they can't do
as
much while
should
those
be
guns are still
fairly
up.
well standard by now. 2 down, 1 more to go.
Mm-hmm.
Rule of threes.
Yep, they come in threes.
In fact, I skipped one over entirely, I think.
Looks like it.
Or did I? Yeah, I did, because it's the objective markers on the other side of the map. So,
Always check your map.
yeah, exactly. That drag actually tossed a Siva bomb at me. And if you get hit with anything with Siva, it's generally just a damage over time debuff thing. More annoying than dangerous unless you're like already being drained down low by just being peppered with fire.
You're a Guardian. You don't have time to get taken over by viruses.
Yeah, pretty much. So, I like the shot cannon, but I also like the Scorch Cannon. I tend to like the shot cannon more because it's blue instead of pure fiery red.
Great job.
If only there was a Void Cannon.
Just hold the
Then
area
I would
until
be
they
in
get there.
paradise.
Just aesthetically pleasing purple.
Exactly. But hey, the blue suits me me and my Warlock
Pretty sure that
just
air
fine.
support isn't going to get here in time.
Sorry, Hunt Warlock?
Get Hunt Warlock.
Oh hey, it's a perfected Walker.
Oh yes, because you can't fight Fallen without seeing at least a single Walker at some point. Though I think
See
perfected
why it's perfected.
perfected might be a little bit of a misnomer.
Oh yeah. Looks like it has more armor.
Slightly. It's red. I guess that means it goes faster.
It's directing the corruption to resurrect the gun.
It dies faster.
Also, yeah, like getting close to the Siva nodes also does the damage over time. So clearing a little area to fight in here is pretty advisable, I'd say.
Where are these nodes even coming from?
I think the Walker actually spawned them.
So it's totally not infected with the virus, right?
I mean, you could call Siva a virus, but it's not entirely a virus.
No, it's not a virus, but the way it takes over things is virus-like.
Kind of, yeah. That I will agree with.
At the end of the day, it's kind of just like a more stronger Fallen. I mean, Taken.
Yeah. In the context of Destiny 1's gameplay, yes. In terms of story, probably not stronger.
I mean, have you seen the Taken with a fallen spider tank? I haven't.
It's working.
I mean,
Just saying.
would you want to see a Taken Fallen spider tank, though?
That's a mouthful, isn't it? Taken fallen.
Would you want to see a Taken spider tank, though? Is my question to you.
I mean, it wouldn't be any scarier than a regular one.
I mean, you say that, but I'm not so convinced.
Is it dead yet? I
Getting
thought
there.
for sure it'd be dead.
It's really getting there, but I have to preserve my health by killing literally everything around me. There we go.
Kaboom!
And then I land in a Siva node, because of course I do.
Centuries passed and I have learned nothing. When your forces secure that area,
We'll do our
My
best.
disappointment knows no bounds.
try. I need the Guardian to return to the temple.
So yeah,
If we are to avoid
Simple
the
enough
mistakes
mission.
which led us here,
We did it.
she
we did
and
it.
I must
We did the
speak of
thing. The
fall
guns are
of
dead.
Iron
Long live the
Lords.
guns.
The nodes, they still exist, but the guns are dead. Oh, hey, cutscenes.
This may not make sense to you, but it took your fight to remind me that immortality
Hey,
is
it's an
not the
awoken.
same as invincibility.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
I mean, like it really doesn't matter at the end of the day what what race you are.
When the ghosts
But,
first
you know,
found us, those who
The
were
Awoken
chosen
are
were blessed with
aesthetically
power,
pleasing, I suppose.
not wisdom.
Again, space elves.
The Iron
Space
Lords
elves.
came together in search of a solution to mankind's
Space
struggles.
elves with space magic in space.
Instead, we found Siva.
Do you think they've got, like, Guardians have died so much
Colonies. We would become
Um,
what the Traveler always
that
believed
they
we
just
could be.
don't feel death anymore?
But something happened.
They probably
Siva
feel it
had been
just
lost
fine.
to time. When Tima
But,
tracked it to the
uh,
Cosmodrome, we thought our quest was finally over.
As for like fearing
Siva
it,
would be
definitely not.
ours
It's
for
like,
the
okay,
taking.
I just died again. Whatever.
Rasputin responded. More than 100
with the
Iron
exception of a
Lords
few,
entered the Plague
like,
Lands.
Fringe cases, as we'll
nine
discover
reached the
much
replication
later.
But since we were chosen by the Traveler,
Wait, what
and
did
our cause
Rasputin
was
do?
Just, we were certain the day would be ours.
You know, it's kind of ambiguous.
Until
um,
Siva took control.
I don't think I fully understand what Rasputin did during
infected our
the
weapons.
first Siva crisis.
Our armor.
Well, at least the Plague
corruption
Lands makes
toughened
sense
us
now
against
on the
one
map.
another.
Mm-hmm. That
In the
is the
end,
area of the Cosmodrome we
Yordle
were just
sealed
in,
the
by the
chamber
way.
with the Iron
I don't think I
Lords
mentioned it.
inside, rather than let
I don't think
Siva
so.
escape. The battle was won. Heroes died. And our mistakes stayed here.
But Rasputin survived.
And now Saladin wants to open it
This
up.
is not Rasputin,
Kind of.
but neither is it something I know how to
He wants
fight.
to finish what he started.
They are using Siva in ways we never even imagined.
How would the Fallen have learned more about Siva than the Iron Lords? Or better yet, where did they learn?
They haven't mastered Siva yet. This is all still new to them.
Of course it is.
See Tyra. She studied Siva's
Does Siva
origins.
take over
If
them?
There's a way
That's
to
the
track
question.
the Fallen's discoveries. She will know
maybe?
where to look.
It may take over the machinery, which Fallen are all about their machinery, as you all know. But I don't know if they take over like the biological Fallen.
Right. Haha.